You also have access to your whole consciousness as far as where you're at in a physical state. So what that means is you can have things that are blocking you during your waking state, like that are causing you blocks in career, love, money, fears that you're not really addressing, or you think, no, I got a handle on this, I'm good. But then you go to sleep and you dream about it and your consciousness is going, no, you don't have a handle on this on a soul level, you're struggling with this. Please address these issues. And if you do, I'm going to help you. It's going to help clear this out of your energetic system. You're good. Then you wake up, then you're scared. You're not really sure what you just seen. And you go, no, that can't be right. I can't be worried about this. And I can't be worried about money. And I know I'm not. I have this job. My husband's good and whatever. You know, you justify it away instead of actually addressing the pertinent information you were given. And so that's what I want to get you guys to, is to kind of really understand and notice more of that so that you can actually utilize it in your everyday life. The other thing that happens that's really awesome is if you are an entertainer, if you are a writer, if you are a novelist, if you are an inventor, if you're a teacher, you really get great information during your dreams. You really do. The woman who wrote the Twilight series, for some reason this guy's mind, he's escaped my mind, but the Avatar. Many great novels, many great songs, many great things that you have done creatively in your life, or that people have done. They come to you in dream states. That's because you have access to all this amazing information into your consciousness and just really cool creativity. The energy of creativity is just off the charts like you would not believe. There's no writer's block there. There's information that you don't have enough paper for. So if you just, it can pertain to anything. It can pertain to any career that you have. And even if you're in healing work or any of that, you can just gain more knowledge of how to work with energy, all kinds of different things as far as that goes. And we're going to get into that a little bit more. But what I want to do too here is go into the history of dreaming. For the past 500 years, I find this really interesting, and this is not just causing us a problem in our dream state, but it's causing us a problem with life in general. It's only the past 500 years that we sort of have forgotten that we're spiritual people, we're spiritual beings in a physical existence. You don't want to be one or the other. You want to be both. You want to be whole. You want to fully embrace your physicalness, but you guys got that down really good. And you want to fully embrace your spiritual stuff. So I want to explain to you kind of the history of dreaming so that you can see how the history of us used dreaming, because this is where we should be heading today, and can give you an ideas. And dreaming dates back to 3 and 4,000 BC. They actually have clay tablets and different things that they have found hieroglyphics on that shows people's dreaming. And that is really amazing to me that they have it back that far, because there's not a lot of stuff that dates back that far on hieroglyphs. Ancient civilizations didn't see dreaming as like another reality. They seen it as an extension of the reality. So they utilized it in all parts of their life. They used it, they didn't so in other words, how we do it now is we see our waking self and then we have our dreaming states, and like they're two different things that we're doing. They would integrate it all together. So the Romans and Greeks are really good examples of utilizing dreaming. They did several things with that, but one of the things that they always thought was that that's when they received messages from God. And that is when you receive messages from God. You can connect in with high spirits. It doesn't have to be God, it can be God. You can connect in with spirit guides. When you're having trouble in life and when you're needing guidance and going, I don't know whether to move here or I should move here, a lot of that, you will actually get direction and advice and guidance in your dreams. Again, it's something that you usually brush under the carpet or go, how would that even be possible? I was just tired. I was overtired. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. So they would use it to look into future events or events that were happening just right then. They were looking for guidance. They knew that the spirit world and spirit guidance was very helpful and successful in helping them make good choices and moving forward. So this was highly encouraged in that era. It was highly encouraged. It was like a religious type thing. Everybody from priest to pilgrim type status, they all did this. It was encouraged. It was taught, you were brought up to address yourself in your dreams and use that information. You were highly encouraged to use this in your everyday life. So not only did they use it for guidance, but they used it for sickness and healing. And you can use this as well. I get a lot of information on family members and even my own self and stuff during my dreams about sickness and healing, a lot. So once you understand this and sort of look for it and tap into it, you would believe some of the stuff that comes to you during dreams. So they would actually have people and themselves ask before that they fell asleep, what could help cure this, or what could, give me some herbal remedies or physical remedies or spiritual remedies. Just let me know, what can help make this better. The other thing that they did was they had, which is also very interesting, they had dream analysts. Way back in the day, like in BC, they had dream analysts. And the reason that they had them is because it was so highly encouraged that you do this when you're just learning to do this, or if you're very deep into an issue that you're really struggling with, spiritually or something. Sometimes you want a second opinion, and sometimes you want kind of help deciphering as you're learning. And so they actually had people appointed that were very highly respected as dream analysts, and you could go to these people and they could help filter through whatever information that you were trying to get. And I think that's really excellent. The government and military used dreaming like no other back then. They used it to conquer other countries. They used it to find out when to attack. They used it to find out just different tactics. They used it to find out different weaknesses. They actually used it in battle and conquering and moving forward their government. It was hugely known back then that was a part of that. So that kind of stuff, they used it in everyday life. The Native Americans had people still back in the day, and I'm going to move on to another group. Native Americans had people that were shamans. And so, I don't know if any of you are familiar with Native Americans, but I am from South Dakota, and they do still use this to this day in their culture. They really embrace the dreaming part, and if they don't understand it, they do go to shamans. So they have chiefs or leaders in their group that they can go to and say, this is what I've been dreaming about. What does this symbolize? Help me sort through this. So they still use it to this day. It's been carried through, but that was really heavily used with the Native Americans. In the Hellenistic times in Greece, they had temples that were called, I can't remember this name very well, Asclepians. Anyways, in these temples, sick people would travel and go to dream and sleep in these temples. And these temples were made to heal people. And they actually use that word now, I believe, for hospitals over in Greece. So anyways, if you had an ailment, if you had something that you felt was terminally ill, which I'm not really sure how you'd know back then, but if you were sick, you would go to these temples, and then there'd be these priests there, and you would sleep there and you'd dream there. And a lot of times you would wake up with your own answer of how to heal yourself. And they would move on and actually do the things that they were taught. If you didn't wake up with your own answer and be able to figure it out yourself, the priests, you would then go to these priests and you would tell them, okay, this is what I dreamt about last night. And through that, they would analyze your dream and they would give you remedies. And this was during 350 BC. And in 350 BC, they actually have found hieroglyphics and knowledge of 70 cases right at that time, and the different participants that had come, what their ailments were, how they fixed them, and everything. Like, they have it all. They would keep tablets on the stone, on the walls, or whatever. And that was clear back in 350 BC. Again, it was just a common, that's what they did.